Wow. Adeyemi, good one. God's speed, God's power. Yeah. Shield, yes. That's favor.
But the camera, that's this one. So if you pull mic, this one get mic. So they gave me one cord the other time.
The funniest part is this: even if you use ECOWAS, it will not help. It is those that know they are God that will do exploit. When you are prepared, when you know, you know. Who is called the game? We have few minutes more. Just one more minute. I said 3 minutes. Thank you. We need one more flask for the other person too.
Hi.
Thank you. Okay. Let's see the total voters and registered voters. The game. Please, a round of applause for the game. Anybody can, I'm sure the game will not want another the game to get his gift or her gift. Please, if you are the game, can you step forward? A round of applause for the game. Please don't close your phone yet. Let me see if you are really, you are in the game. Oh, the game. What's your name, sir?
This is my name, Kingsley.
Okay, what do you do?
I'm a cybersecurity analyst.
part of the game. Do you know what he said last? Bola Ige said something. He said the difference between greatness, something is good and great, is that great things, there is good details to them. He said that is part of the game. Please, a round of applause. So I'm going to call on Tech Premium to call on the person to present. Okay. I'm going to call the we are going to be calling on Professor Akoni to do us the honor to present the gifts to the game.
Okay, the game in the game. So congratulations. On behalf of CDN, we present you this.
But you have to save my number before you can click on it.
Okay, the first winner is the cameraman. So, on behalf of CDN, in conjunction with Momo, so we present you this.
Thank you so much for participating in the quiz. So we still have 2 more sections to go, so please pay attention during the sessions so that you can participate actively in the sessions. Quickly, before we move to the next session, let's just take a few exercises. Stretch your leg. Can we just rise on our feet? Stretch your legs, stretch your hands, bend right, bend left, backward. You can just move around. You can connect. Just hello to somebody beside you. Thank you for coming. Hope you're enjoying the session. Okay, mark that face. You'll be meeting them for a picture, for bonding, to get contact. Thank you for coming.
Share the address.
Yeah, I've sent him.
Okay, quickly, we can have our seats. We can have our seats. That's a 5-second exercise. Back to the session. For the next presentation, that's the second to the last, we have Dr. Samson Akinyosoye. He will be taking us on AI-powered business and cybersecurity, positioning Nigeria in the global arena using the AI business and cybersecurity. I'll be reading Doctor's profile before you come on seat. A minute. Okay, Dr. Samson Akinyosoye is an accomplished executive leader and business development strategist with over 20 years experience driving growth, innovation, and operation excellence across IT, AI, technology construction, professional service. Is recognized for successfully aligning business vision, technology adoption, market expansion, and high-impact project delivery. Is skilled in transforming concepts into profitable ventures through strategic partnership, organization design, and technology-driven process. Can we put our hands together as we welcome online Dr. Samson Akinyosoye? You are welcome, Doctor.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to say that I am indeed very happy to be in your midst. I would want to say a big thank you to the organizers of the event, because I see seated in this room quite a number of young and aspiring professionals, and they could only say something about the future of our country, that we have a great future, because young men and women are so much interested and passionate about technology. Technology, because it has now remained the major enabler of our development. Virtually every developmental initiative in our current world is built and is being sustained on technology. And an aspect of technology that we have come to discuss is also very important, because we have transited from the analog age into the digital era. And that then means that with the advent and the growth of information technology, that is even fueled by rapid expansion of internet penetration, there is the fear that things could go wrong. And so in the community of cybersecurity experts, our job and role has always been to ensure that systems are protected, domains are protected, and things go as they are designed to be. My own discourse this afternoon is to discuss a few things around what we do, whether as practicing cybersecurity experts or those who are aspiring, and which is, we want to look at the landscape of Nigeria, look at the context of cybersecurity, but then lay it over artificial intelligence and what incursions is making into it. But in an attempt to do that, we'll also look at the business sector in Nigeria. So that's why the theme has been captured as AI-powered business and cybersecurity, an attempt to position our country, Nigeria, in the global stage. So it's going to go in different direction, but we'll try and tie all together, because ultimately, looking at all of these several legs, we want to ask ourselves the question, how are we positioned for the future? I'm glad that the preceding lecture to this talked about the various opportunity areas for career in cybersecurity. And it is one of the emerging professions and vocations in our country. But the good thing about it is that a few people are still there. As we speak today, the Nigerian Communications Commission gave a statistics that 141 million Nigerians are using mobile data and devices. It means that about roughly, taking into account those probably who have registered devices twice, maybe roughly around 110 million Nigerians are actually at the risk of cyber security attacks as we speak. So that then means that for us who are seated in this room, who are members of a larger community, we have a huge potential right there in our hands. So those who are practitioners, those who are running organizations that focus on cybersecurity are going to go for a kill anytime soon. So I'll begin with just laying some foundations on artificial intelligence. I will drive it towards how it is impacting cybersecurity activities, and I will also do a little exposition on Nigeria, as it were, and the provisions that we have made to keep our country secure, to make data secure, because our major responsibility is to ensure that data are secure. In cybersecurity, I'm also a cybersecurity specialist. When you talk about the CIA triage, data must be confidential, in which case you move it from point A to B, nobody is eavesdropping. It must also have integrity. Whatsoever you send from point A to point B must not be compromised. And so it will be our responsibility to ensure that systems are put in place, that the integrity and the quality of data from one point to the other, they are secure. And thirdly, we must also ensure that all systems, infrastructure, cloud assets are all made available, that there is no breakage. So let me start with artificial intelligence. All of us are not new to it. It's now a buzzword that is being bandied around. AI. And I used to joke when I do AI discussions a lot. I ask people, what do you know about AI? How many people know about AI? They will raise their hand, and I'll tell them what is artificial intelligence. They'll tell me it's ChatGPT. But that's not actually true. AI is any attempt for us to make machines mimic humans in the things that they do. Any attempt for us to make machine as intelligent and even far more intelligent as mankind, to do what humans can do, is what is called artificial intelligence. However, we can begin to now say, AI in what area? AI in which field? And I can tell you, for 1,000,001 fields that we have in human endeavors, there is now an artificial intelligence component of it. Today, we'll look at, towards the end of this lecture, where is the application of artificial intelligence in cybersecurity, so that we will not only be aware, we will also position ourselves to be an active player. Because I tell to you, it is also going to be the biggest frontier in cybersecurity activities and the things that we do. So, it represents the development of computer systems that are capable of performing tasks that are typically requiring human intelligence. In artificial intelligence, we see that it involves things around automating repetitive tasks, the things that we normally would do. You know, time in, time out. You see that being taken over by artificial intelligence. It also has something to do with pattern recognition. I will go into some other details, but I know this is not an AI engineering class. But it is also very important for you to also understand, because I know that in this room, I'm talking to tech experts. Am I having a confirmation? Every one of us here, we are tech people. So it is not going to be out of place. I won't be speaking Greek if I begin to tell to you the foundational elements of artificial intelligence. Because somewhere down the line, if you decide to journey through the path of AI in cybersecurity, you may need to be encountering this concept, because you will need them as the rudimentary element for you to build your CS elements. Sometimes it could also involve prediction, predictive analytics. And I will say to you when the first speaker was speaking and he was talking about data and data and data, AI was actually built to understand what humans do through data. And you cannot hide yourself anymore. When they say, we used to say something jocularly in IT, when they say every IT component uses data, but who is the data? It is you and I that were the data. How have you become the data? For every free software that you used, for every free application that you use, you know they will ask you to register. In registering, they ask you your name, your email address. They will tell you they want to use it for verification. It's a lie. They just want to understand a little bit about you so that they give you a bit. What is your age? Where do you live? And then we'll all keep clicking. Then somewhere down the line, they will now say, click accept or decline. All of the time, we don't read what is there. We just click and accept. We have signed off our rights to the confidentiality of those data. However, whenever you see anything that is free and you're asking, what are they interested in spending billions of dollars? WhatsApp gave you free WhatsApp and all of you are using it. But WhatsApp is using your data. But what we are advancing for is the ethical use of data. And so as cybersecurity experts as well, as much as there is ethical use of data, we must still protect them as much as possible. So let's look at what makes up artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is actually a convolution of many technologies. Number one is machine learning. You must have heard machine learning. Machine learning is an attempt to give the system several data and giving it condition that if A is this and B is this, then A and B would definitely likely be this. You are telling machine to receive certain patterns. Those patterns is using it to form an opinion based on what you have told it. AI is actually working on algorithms. And what are algorithms? Sets of instructions that you have given it. However, why AI became a little different from programming is that you give it a set of instructions to discover things for itself. And then you begin to correct it, and reframe it, and reframe it. And that is why the AI of 2025 is the one that learns about itself, redefines itself, continues to reinvent itself, that even those who began it don't even know where it's going to end. And that's where the danger is. So we have machine learning as one of the components of artificial intelligence. You also have somewhere down the line what we call deep learning. Deep learning is a deeper version of machine learning, but this time around there are different layers of what it learns and what it accumulates. These are the things you will hear when you begin to go to the deeper part of deep learning, of AI. Then another part of AI is what we call computer vision. That computer is able to see certain things and is able to recognize them. Another aspect of it is what we call expert systems. Expert systems now allow the system, the computer, the machine to make informed decision. It is able to make intelligent decisions. And that has so much application in cybersecurity. We will get there much later. But the biggest boom that now brought it out was generative AI. That is the ability for the artificial intelligence itself to now begin to generate. Before 2022 December and November 2023, many people probably didn't hear about artificial intelligence. It was only because some people took the bold move to release generative AI to the community. OpenAI was the one that actually now blew these things open and made it available to the common user. But it is not to mean to say that AI is a recent thing. As far back as 1966, we have the first AI called Eliza, the first talking machine to humans that you can query it and it will talk to you, but it's also limited at that time by the volume of information that it has. But in our own time and age, we now have tons of information that now makes AI very intelligent and very, very effective. So we are in the era of generative AI. You generate text. GPT means generative pre-trained transformers. Transformers because it has a lot of data that it can use to transform several combinations you will put together. So that's more like the rudimentary things that make up artificial intelligence. Well, I want to say that over the past 50, 60 years, AI has evolved. It began as a small research, then later it began to find its application in the industry, but it was not until recently that it now became a public utility that we can now use for just about anything. So in this era, we are doing enterprise application that we now see that investment has grown into developing this thing. The AI of 2025 also became very, very, very prominent for two reasons. Number one, engineers have now been able to design processors, high definition processors, to process every of the requests that we make of it. Let me tell to you that although some of us use free versions of these applications, but they are not cheap to run. The servers that run every of the AI applications that we have in use now are very, very fast-paced servers. In fact, I saw a video of a documentary that said that in California, they're having shortage of water. The wildfire in California last year became so wild because they had shortage of water. And why did they have shortage of water? It was because of AI. And you want to ask me why? The servers that process AI instruction needed to be cooled because they are hot, because they continue to spin every second. That's to show to us that massive amount of data is being generated and being processed. So the first thing that made AI blow at this time is the ability of engineers to be able to now process things faster. And secondly, the advent of social media. Because social media has now given even all these AI companies massive amounts of data. Everything that you tweet, everything that you write, every picture that you post is an input source for AI. Okay, so in today's AI, we have cutting-edge tools like Gemini, Anthropic, Claude, GPT-4, GPT-5. They make things easier for us, and they are now multimodal. AI can see, it can talk, it can write, and audio, videos, and everything can be handled and generated easily. And we also then do have efficient and embedded systems, which are now doing the job for us. In real-world business application, we can now see that AI finds its way into a lot of many things that we do in business, be it marketing, be it employee management, project management, be it financial services management, be it consumer behavior, predicting many things. You find them in everything that we do in business. In the last 5 years, many things have changed, and several things have now begun to happen. 78% of companies worldwide, they now use AI in at least one of the functions that they do, including companies in Nigeria. Go to oil companies, go to engineering companies, even go to the banks. About 78% of the global population of companies now get to use it. And it was also recorded that about $1.4 trillion was actually injected into AI-related investment within the very first 3 months of 2023. If we take that record and take that statistics again, I could imagine that it would have been netting $4 trillion. So it means that the market is huge and it can only continue to expand. Where are the areas that we now use them in cybersecurity? First, we have also seen that automated threat detection and response has now begun to gain traction. Of the many areas in which it finds its way into cybersecurity, threat detection, preventing it from even happening in the first place, is given prominence. And we also see that in customer service enhancement and financial services, we find them there. Nigeria as a country, where are we in the AI race? Nigeria is also not doing badly. I think in April, Nigeria launched its own AI strategy, and it is supposed to be that it will help us to accelerate development and economic growth as a nation. Google granted us about 2.8 billion naira for AI talent management and development across the sectors in Nigeria. However, there are still challenges. In adopting AI in Nigeria, there are still challenges, most of which have to do with infrastructural shortage. Nigeria's companies have not invested so much in it. We hope that things will change in the near future, but there is the need for us to invest more in infrastructure. Number two is the skill gap. Okay, so every AI tool that you use in Nigeria are developed by some people, but how many are we developing as Nigerians? And this level of the use and adoption of AI involve you also organically developing something that you will plug in into your own business operation. Some set of guys in Unilag, I think last year we heard about them. They did voice AI. They tried to curate Nigerian voices to use it to train their own model so that they will have voiceovers that are completely Nigerian. And that is the task that you have to do. You have to make it organic. You have to now use AI to solve your own personal business problems. We also have limited access to high quality and relevant data sets in Nigeria. These are the various challenges that we have. Let's talk a little bit about GPT-5, and then we'll move into some other things. Just about last week, another model, I think by far the fastest, by far the most efficient, and by far the most versatile model was released by OpenAI that they call GPT-5. It's a game changer. Just like we had the transition from telecoms services from 2G to 3G to 5 to 4G. And I think 6G is in the work now. We are now in the era of 5G. But for each of these transitions, you see a radical improvement on what we used to have. So for those who would have tried their hands on GPT-5, you see that it has enhanced understanding, it's safer and more efficient, and it has multimodality. So you can take pictures, you can take voice, you can take videos, you can even take sketches. So long for AI. Let's look at cybersecurity that we know so much, because I want to believe that I'm talking to fellow colleagues who are in this room. But you see that there is a lot of fail points in Nigeria. If you read through the statistics of the many cybersecurity incidences in Nigeria, you will see that Nigeria is losing so much money to cybersecurity attacks. Majority of them are through ransomware and even denial of service. Last year, we heard that FortaWave was down for a while. But for each minute that it is down, you can cost the value that they have lost in it. So you see that our country as Nigeria, we are having a lot of threats that we need to conscientiously make provision to mitigate. And we have not also done badly in the area of regulation and governance. Several laws have been created. Several laws have been, legislations have been created. And it is incumbent on us as professionals to be well apprised of this legislation. It is a criminal offense for a company as small as a 5-man company to deal carelessly with consumer data. Data privacy has now become something that must be upheld and be taken seriously within the business community. Several laws have been made, several organizations have been created, several think tanks have been established, just so that will increase the consciousness of data protection in Nigeria. We have the 2015 Cyber Crime Prevention Act. We have the 2019 NDPR. NDPR took its own from GDPR. What we only did was that we contextualized it into Nigeria. We also have the NDPA, which was promulgated in 2023. As cyber security professionals, let us be educated about the laws. You know, in law, there is no ignorance. If you work and consult, we consult. When we consult for organizations, we make them aware of their responsibilities to protect customers' data, to protect the integrity of the data that their customers give to them. Because you can be a victim of a lawsuit, and that can wreck your entire business. Moving on, these are just statistics about the things that are happening in Nigeria. In year 2025, 3,459 ransomware threats were detected in Nigeria, making Nigeria the 3rd most exposed country in Africa. If I open my phone every day, I see EFCC arrest 39 people and it prosecuted them. Even over the weekend, 69 people were arrested in Iziota or Abeokuta. So we see that these things are even becoming bolder and bolder. And who are the people who are the victims of this? The businesses that we work for, the organizations that we work for. So we must take it as a serious responsibility and challenge for us to up our game in the cybersecurity job that we have. So what is the connection between AI, business, and cybersecurity? I must tell to you that AI, as good as it is, has now provided opportunities for the specialists in cybersecurity to use newer tools. First, you can predict that an attack is going to happen because AI models can walk through data and make prediction. But then, you can also use it to prevent an attack from being happening. Prevention, they say, is better than cure. So we see that if we leverage the power of AI, we can prevent some attacks happening. Thirdly, one leg of cybersecurity is the ability to report incidences. With AI, we can have a tool, a wide array of tools that will help us in incident reporting. And for us as professionals, as you are looking for new areas to delve into in cybersecurity, always take time also to look at new vistas that AI is going to be opening. As good as it is, don't also forget that as we use it to our advantage, the other people on the dark side also use it so well to cause damage. Someone told me something some time ago, many years ago. He told me one thing that shocked me. He told me that the companies that produce antivirus software are also the ones that sponsor hackers. I don't know how many of us have heard about it. I wanted to wave it off, but it is becoming a reality that if there are no malwares, if there are no Trojan horses, if there are no viruses, how will they make business? So it is a two-edged sword. As much as we now know that they use it to up their game, we can also use it to also mitigate against their own exposure. I'm being told to round up. I'll round up on this note that the challenge for us as professionals is to look at how to bridge the skills gap. About 3.4 million global cybersecurity shortages exist all over the world. If I arrogate about 5% of that to Nigeria, how much is that? About 170,000 cybersecurity job shortages are in this country alone. That now gives you and I another opportunity to look at where we can plug ourselves into. I will also say to us that 68,000 cybersecurity roles are still unfilled in Africa alone. What are you doing about it? I don't know what CDN is doing to build the capacity of young people, but I want to believe that there will be training sessions, there will be some academy that you can join, there could be some time for you to come together to learn cutting-edge industry skills and be abreast of what is happening. It is incumbent on us that AI security must focus on AI system that will prevent us against adversarial attack, model poisoning, and algorithm bias. Let me say, finally, that the next decade, looking at where technology and AI is going, the next 10 years from now will determine whether our country emerges as a global leader in AI-powered cybersecurity, or we should just remain a consumer of solutions. It is going to be a lot of hard work. I know that if you want to train to be a professional, going from intermediate to the advanced level in cybersecurity, you must have learned some certain skills like Python, learning about networks and all of that. Interestingly, these are also the applications and the software that we use to build AI solutions. So there is a marriage in between them. So if you ground yourself in these foundational skills, you can be well on your way to helping Nigeria creating its own solution. So the choice lies in us, whether we will take immediate, sustained action across education, regulation, and infrastructure development. So gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I want to challenge us. There is a lot to do. There is a lot we can learn. There is a lot we can use. There is a lot AI is offering us as businesses, as professionals. Let us continue to engage and apply our hearts to learning and discovery of new invention. And I know by the time we probably come back here in 2 years' time, the story would have been different from what it is today. Thank you for listening to me, and I'm happy that I'm here.
Thank you so much, Dr. Samson. That was a wonderful session. Thank you for opening our eyes to the use and also the dangers of AI. We will AI. How well are you using it in securing the data space, the cyber space? Are there anybody with questions? We'll be taking 2 questions for this section as we move on. Anybody with question for Dr. Samson? Is there anyone? Okay, somebody over there. I need a spare mic.
Thank you very much for that amazing speech. So my name is Feikumi, and I am a GRC analyst My question is, yes, we know AI is it hasn't gotten to its peak yet, especially in Nigeria, right? So I want to know, how can we tap into that niche? And I'm speaking from a business perspective now, like how can we tap into artificial intelligence?
How can we tap into AI for business?
Okay, so the simplest way is to look at the things you do in your organization. I don't know what you do in your organization. If you are into sales, for example, can you look at how you can automate your sales function and bring in an artificial intelligence tools to automate sales? If you are into the business of recruiting, can you bring in an AI that helps you sort through CVs for easier and faster assessment of candidates? If you are into technology, for example, can you look at the actions that you take that you can now farm into, you can now farm AI into? If you are probably into education, how can you use AI to automate some of the things you do in that space? You know, we are also gradually moving into an era we call agentic AI. That is, in deploying agents to continue to do the very many subtasks that you do. So the starting point is for you to look at the task that you perform within your organization. It could even be sub-components of your organization. Your organization is big, so we have finance department, we have logistics department, we have HR, we have admin. How can we use AI tools? And I can tell you there are 1,000,001 of it. But then it will require for you to know where to plug them in into what you do. Sometimes also it helps in decision making. You have a vast amount of data and you want to take management decision, you can use it. So it depends on what you do. But the starting point is for you to know what you do and see how you can plug it underneath to do the job for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Do we have one more question? Okay, in the absence of none, can we put our hands together as we celebrate Dr. Sampson as we return back to the seat? Thank you so much, sir. Do we have our phones out now? We are moving to the next section of the quiz. Next section of the quiz. Phones out, scan the QR code, log in with the code. Okay, while we wait for that, we'll be having Mrs. Elizabeth to speak to us for some minutes, about 5 minutes thereabouts. Mrs. Elizabeth Adekunle is a director of membership from CSAN. CSAN is a body that governs cybersecurity experts in Nigeria. So for the interest of people here, it's a body that governs the cybersecurity experts, and it is a good platform for you to belong to. She'll be educating us one way or the other for the need for us to be part of CSAN, as students or as an expert. Mrs. Elizabeth Adek, you are welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Glad to be here. Good to see our beautiful faces. Yes, Cybersecurity Experts is an association brought together to impart knowledge, to groom, to mentor, and for us to have one voice to sensitize the community, to sensitize Nigeria as a whole, because we have branches all over Nigeria. We have people, Port Harcourt, Abuja, everywhere, even the UK, US, to advance, to talk to people about digital safety. The first speaker said, we all have our phones, We all have internet, even though we use our money, we spend our money, and at the same time, we get access to that internet. We are not fully safe. As far as you log on, you are there. The world will see you. And he said there's nothing that is hidden on the internet. We get it. So the more reason why we need people to come together. I actually asked him, I said, how is the SBI working? He said, well, they also work with associations like CDN, like CISAN. That's why we have him here, to reach out to people, because the cloud, it's so wide. We always say the market is big. So also those that we need to reach, they are as big, more than those that we have here, more than Nigeria. So we all need to reach out, and it's our collective responsibility. You are there to speak out. I'm there to sensitize. You are there to tell people how to be safe online or their digital world. And by God's grace, I've been in the ecosystem of IT tech for some time now, so I can tell those that are really working hard to actually make the digital world a safe place. When Dr. Ademili showed something about drone, was it you that showed about drone? Yeah, it was him. And I remember somebody, one of the officers sometimes reached out to me to say, do I know a company that can train? Because they want to be equipped. And I had to reach out to a few people. I said, I don't really know much, but let me network, let me link you to one or two people that can, because they know that they need to be up there. They need to be ahead of these smart guys. And that's just it. If they are taking one step, as experts, we take 2, 3 steps. We have to be proactive so that we will not fall victim. And for CISAN, all you just need to do is to log on to www.cizan.org.ng to read further. If you want to become a member, we have different stages of member. We have students, we have affiliates, we have associates, and we have the full member. www.cizan.org.ng, CSEAN.org.ng, to know more about CISAN. We are here for CDN today anyway, so that's just an opportunity to tell us about membership. If you need to reach out or to say anything because of our time, I'm just way back at the back there where I'm seated. You can as well reach out to me. And sorry, ma'am. For Dr. Adeni, we have so many young minds here. Cybersecurity is actually a growing profession, growing faster than expected. And a lot of schools have been accredited. A lot of schools, that space, and I can tell about more than 10 schools that have been accredited to also carry out the course of cybersecurity. His school is one, and we cannot do away with professors of cybersecurity. They are not much. So for those of us that sees lecturing as that was the olden days, Dr. Adeni, that was the olden days. So if you have interest in also becoming a lecturer someday, diving into it, please, the floor is open. We are all working together to keep our digital space safe. And let me also add that the Lord will help us. We cannot groom our people over there, Dr. Adeni or Dr. Ademiri. We cannot do that over there and forget about our own home front. Thank God that he's one of those that have started to return, and even though he's not based here fully, he still communicates. He has his team on ground doing that work. The Lord will help us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Elizabeth. If you want to be part of CISAN, she's still very much around. You can have a one-on-one session with her. So we'll be pausing on our quiz for now. We'll be having the quiz together, both for this third session and the fourth session. So definitely we are going to have multiple winners. So enough gift to go around, as much winners we have. So for the last session today, we'll be having on board Mr. Obiora Awogo. Mr. Obiora Awogo. He'll be taking on us on enhancing AI for agile, human-centric cyber defense. Who is Mr. Obiora? Mr. Obiora Awogo is a seasoned cybersecurity leader. He's a strategist with extensive experience in building and managing robust security programs for enterprise-grade environment. He specializes in design, implementation, and optimization of cybersecurity capability, focusing on threat prevention, detection, incident response, and security awareness. As the Chief Information Security Officer of Momo, Momo is a fintech subsidiary of MTN. He leads the organization comprehensive cybersecurity strategy, ensuring the security, compliance, and resilience of the fintech ecosystem. Mr. Obiora is an emerging thought leader in cybersecurity, a passionate advocate for human-centric security approaches, and a dedicated mentor, fostering the next generation of cybersecurity talent in African fintech space. He regularly contributes to industry discussion, leads security awareness initiative, and actively participates in the community of Chief Information Security Officers of Nigerian financial institution. Can we put up our hands together as we welcome on board Mr. Obiora Awogo? You are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, I think the last speaker did a lot of job. Thank you, Dr. Sampson. I really enjoyed your session. Before I start, I want to measure the, I like to connect with my audience. Yeah, so I like to know how many of us currently work in cybersecurity? Yeah. So I don't lose you guys. Yeah. This might be some form of some kind of technical presentation. I want to know how deep I will go. How many of us work in cybersecurity currently? Okay. So how many of us currently work in tech, maybe in IT, you doing technical stuff where you work? How many of us are students? Okay, we have more of students. How many of us came here because you want to join cybersecurity? You want to transit to cybersecurity? Wow. So I'll find a way to manage the crowd. Okay, so the discussion today is how we can harness it. Most of the things Dr. Sampson talked about, but here we are looking at cybersecurity, and within cybersecurity we are looking at defense, how to protect your organization, leveraging AI. You agree with me, it's not everything that AI tells you to do that you should do. There are sometimes it gives you wrong answers, what they call hallucination. Yeah, it tells you things that are wrong because of the input that was given to it. It works with data. What you give to it, it processes it and gives you output. So if your data is wrong, most likely you get an output that is wrong. So in cybersecurity, because of the importance of what we do, you're protecting your organization and you are leveraging AI. AI says shut down this database, shut down the, and you do not look at the context. You know, tomorrow everybody might go home. You go and shut down one server like this, and the next day there's no business to do. So that's where human intuition, human context now coming. So we now want to work together with AI to ensure that we are doing the right thing. We are securing our organization. You understand? A more suited session would have been how to climb the cybersecurity ladder. Well, let's do this here. Because of the audience we have in-house, I'll have used that time to share with you my story. But if we can do this, I understand I have 20 minutes, which I think is very short. But I'll run through this, then I'll share some tips with you guys too. I like seeing young people that want to transit into the cybersecurity space. There are a couple of people I also mentor. I like talking to people and guiding them on how they can excel. I started my career too as a teller in a bank. Yeah. So most times when I share my journey with them, they all have some kind of guidance in how they can get to the top within the cybersecurity space. But let's quickly go through this. I'll run through it as quick as I can without going too technical, because I don't want to lose you guys. I'm the one between you and lunch. So I know so many people now will be dreaming of lunch. So let's just go through this as quick as possible. Okay, so first of all, let's picture a future where cyber criminals exploit AI algorithms. We've listened to Dr. Sampson, where he talked a lot about generative AI and a whole lot, machine learning and all that. But you know, today we have attackers that instead of just coming, doing the normal offensive attack, they go and poison those data. They poison that data so that whatever you're going to get leveraging AI is already a flaw. You understand? Instead of coming from the normal place they do come from, they go to the source, poison that data, and you get wrong decisions here. For AI that tells you what to do, that predicts future for you, might gather wrong data about the stock market and tell you to put all your investments somewhere that it will triple. But someone had poisoned that data, you dump all your resources there and you lose everything. That's just an example. So as we are leveraging this for security, as well, leveraging this for cyber security, cyber criminals are also leveraging it for a lot of things. Those days they tell you when you get phishing emails, you look out for misspelled words, you look out for. But today with generative AI, cyber criminals craft believable, error-free phishing messages. So that's one of the things that they've been able to use this for. But for us, cyber security experts, if we are able to harness the power of AI and machine learning, a lot of things we do today within the cybersecurity field will be very easy. Because the number of alerts, and that takes me to the next. If you look at the evolving threat landscape, one of the things that make this very difficult for cybersecurity professionals, the sheer volume of security alert you get as a security professional is overwhelming. Yeah. If you're working in a corporate organization where you are within the security space, there's a domain called Security Operations Center. Yeah. Their job is to monitor your infrastructure, investigate, triage, and all that. Yeah. They get a whole lot of events and activity and alerts, and they have to manually investigate some of those things. What AI has come to do here is to reduce that alert fatigue. AI does not get tired. AI can run 24/7. So it helps you process that data continuously and bring out what we call actionable intelligence. Those things you can now use to make decisions as cybersecurity professionals. So one of the evolving issues that AI will come and solve within the defensive space of cybersecurity is reducing alert fatigue. Then I talked about sophistication of attack. Now attacks are very fast because cyber criminals can leverage on the sophistication of AI to launch attack. They don't need to sit down on their laptop anymore. So they automate those things. It keeps scanning. If I'm attacking a particular organization, I write my code script and I let it to be running that script continuously until the day it finds a vulnerability within that organization. Then I might now get an alert that come, I've seen where we can go in. So as we cyber security professionals leverage AI, attackers are also leveraging it, and with a speed that we cannot fathom. So for us, we have to go beyond manual response and leverage AI for them. So the threat landscape is also complex. Before COVID, the concept of remote work was kind of new, but now people work from home. People work from the coffee shop, from hotel, from the airport. So the environment is now complex. Those days where you have a perimeter, once you are in your office, you know that for anyone to attack your organization, he has to come through the web and all that. But today, people are working from anywhere. So the hybrid environment has also made the attack surface very wide for for cyber criminals to attack. Then the escalating cost of breaches. This is another thing that we need to address with AI. Okay, next slide. This is just some of the things that Dr. Sampson and the other presenters have talked about. The alerts faced by security professionals in a corporate organization in a day. You can see the large volume. So if you can leverage AI, you'll be able to run through all these alerts and get the meaningful alerts that you need to prioritize. That's what it does here. Then for most organizations, you find that some organizations are already compromised, but they don't know. So an average time to identify and contain a data breach is almost 287 days. It's funny, but that's true. That's the truth. A number of organizations, if you look at some of the news of successful breach online, you hear that the attack started maybe 8 months ago, started like 2 years ago, started like 6 months ago. The attackers were in the organization, they were learning, looking out for who was a privileged user, which credentials they could steal, which data they could exfiltrate, and all that. So it takes a long time, but with AI, we'll go to and see how AI is able to help us in the threat detection space. Then average cost of breach, critical shortage of cybersecurity professionals. I think one of the former speakers talked about this also. Then the click-through rate for AI-generated phishing emails. I told you guys earlier that those days, they tell you when you look at the email, when the grammar is not clear and all that, you know that it must be a phishing mail. But today, they use AI they use ChatGPT to craft those things. And even you will even be preaching the message to others. So because of that, a number of the rise in phishing rate has also increased. So these are some areas that within cybersecurity that we can use AI for enhanced threat detection, for automated response, for vulnerability management and patch prioritization, for phishing email and scam detection, for malware detection, for user behavioral analytics, and enhanced security risk assessment. I don't want to dwell here because I'm mindful of my time. So despite all this, we still have 75% of security. 75 of security professionals have witnessed an increase in attacks over the last 12 months, with 85% attributing this rise to bad actors using AI. Yeah. So the more you are trying to use AI to defend your organization, the more the bad guys are also leveraging it. Yeah. So now, as security professionals, where do we go from here? Because even with all the promising capability that I shared earlier, you notice that these are some of the downside we need to be aware of. These are some of the attacks that the cyber criminals leverage. AI-powered social engineering attack, those phishing simulations and all that, deep fakes and all the likes, adversarial AI attack, model poisoning. I talked about this earlier, where the data that the AI feeds on has been poisoned. AI-enabled malware and ransomware, privacy risks, and AI data breaches. I don't want to spend a lot of time here. So this is the core of our discussion today. The synergy between human and AI. How can we leverage this synergy? Okay, so I will speak on 3 core properties, or would I say benefits of that synergy. The need for speed, precision at scale, and also proactive defensive capabilities. The first, precision at scale. So I mentioned earlier, AI, you're able, if you leverage AI for cybersecurity, you're able to analyze massive data sets without fatigue. You know what it would have meant for one person or a group of 10 SOC analysts to go through 1.5 million alerts in a day? You know what it will have taken for them to do, and still they are going to miss some tangible security alerts. But with AI, which has been programmed to detect some kind of abnormality, is able to work tirelessly and extract actionable intelligence from you, for you. Reduce false positive. AI is able to learn patterns. Yeah, they're able to learn patterns and help with machine learning, able to reduce false positive. False positive is where you, let me give you a typical example. You know, sometimes you try to use your phone, the fingerprint, you swipe over it and it tells you that it cannot log in. You understand? Meanwhile, it's seeing your fingerprint as if you're not the one. But meanwhile, probably you didn't clean it well. So at that point, they say, no, this is not Mr. A. But of course, it was Mr. A. So those kind of false positive, when AI tells you this thing is malicious, based on some learning patterns it has given you, there's 98% possibility that it is malicious. Yeah, that 2% is still where we need human context to interpret. Then behavioral analytics, suspicious patterns, user identity, and all that. I'll give an example of this scenario later. Proactive defense. So with patterns, just like Dr. Sampson mentioned, predictive analytics, AI is able to go back in time, look at some patterns. The same way they use it in several fields, in trading, in stock market, in other areas of endeavor, in medicine. It looks at patterns, you understand, historical patterns, and is able to predict what will happen. That's how we see weather forecast and all those things. They've looked at patterns in this area. When this and this happen, there's a possibility that this will happen in the future. So those are some of the things. And then for threat hunting, AI can ingest and analyze vast amounts of data within the global space and identify emerging attack vectors, the tactics, the techniques, the procedure. It will help you aggregate threat intelligence across the world and use it to search your organization. That's what threat hunting does. look out for those things that have not yet happened but might lead to an attack. Those are some of the areas we can leverage it. Then SOA integration. SOA is in full is a security, automation, and orchestration response. Security, orchestration, and automated response. Well, so what it does, I don't want to go too technical. So it looks at several, for an organization, you can integrate all your security solution into a SOA. And for all those typical routine tasks you normally do, like when this happens, this is what I do to solve it. When this happens, I go here, I disable this. From here, I do this. From here, I do this. If you build that into a workflow, into the SOA, you don't need to do those things anymore. Whenever any of those alerts is triggered, the SOA already predicts what you normally do, and it takes care of those things for you. That's what the SOA do, and it leverages AI to do some of those things. Network traffic analytics, more like what I just explained there. So this is a typical AI in action using what we call user and entity behavioral analytics. So what it does here is to study in an organization. This solution, leveraging AI, studies everybody's activity. You come in the morning by 8 o'clock, you log in, this is what you do, this is what you do, this is what you do. By 6 o'clock, you go home. You understand? Then one day, someone logs in by 3 a.m. with your profile. It will flag it. That this is not the normal behavior of Mr. A. And it will flag it and send a security alert to either all the security team or whoever is going to investigate that. So you don't even need to be in the office at 3 a.m. to carry out those investigations. So those tools, leveraging AI, are able to learn patterns of everyone and every system and every entity within an organization and raise, escalate alerts to responsible people to fix them. Hope I'm still good with my time. Okay. Okay, so I also explained this earlier. 4 minutes more, how come? Okay, I think I've explained what the SOA does. So let me just skip this. So let's talk about the role of human expertise in cybersecurity. So here we're looking at intuitive decision making. I said that most times when you leverage AI, you need to also look at context. Yeah, when AI is telling you that you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to take out this, you need to disable this user, you need to shut down this IP and all that. You need to also look at the context. The IP, the server it tells you to take down, is this what is powering your core banking application? So those contexts is very important in every organization. So you don't leverage, when you use AI to write projects, when you use it to write very sensitive projects, you don't rely on everything it gives you. You need to also put in some context. Remember, there's a lawyer in the US that went to use quote one this thing from ChatGPT, one case, and the case never happened. And I think they jailed the lawyer from the law court. He was taken to jail. You understand? You just use ChatGPT to ask questions, and next thing you went to court in the year this one, so and so. So sometimes you put some context to those things so that we don't make some errors that will be very, very sensitive. Context, intuition, ethical judgment, yeah. Ethics, that's where the human play a very. Then there's something called human in the loop. Yeah. Even though this is what we use to make AI better, we're fine-tuning its responses. Let me run through that quickly. Okay, so this you give AI data or AI flags an anomaly and recommends an action. You understand? The example I gave earlier, where it's use a SOA to orchestrate some of these things within the corporate place. when it identifies an event and shares it to the recommendation is you allow a human, maybe an analyst, to make that final decision. And that's where human in the loop comes. A human is able to validate some of those things before taking decisions that could affect the organization. So you can now provide feedback. When I was an application security analyst, that's what we do. We scan applications a number of times. Then there are some things we find out that the scanner picks up, but we already know that it picks it up that this is an outdated plugin. But we've already gone online. We found out that that's the latest. There's no other plugin after it, but the scanner is finding it that it's outdated. What do? There's a path for us within that tool where we can fine tune. We tell you that this, whenever you see this again, do not flag it, because we have confirmed that this is a false positive. And that's how we fine tune AI responses. So that next time AI learns that pattern and is able to refine its own output. So as much as possible, when we use AI, we should be able to interpret, refine, and fine-tune some of those, so that we don't make costly decisions. Yeah. So these are the 3 C's of human AI cyber defense. Contextual intelligence, that's what humans bring. Then AI brings computational power. Like I told you, it has vast data sets. It can scale, it can identify patterns that are even invisible to humans. And it can do 24/7 monitoring, 247 monitoring without fatigue. AI can run round the clock. So those are some of the advantages it brings into the discussion. Then the last C is collaborative decision making. So this is where human judgment and AI capabilities combine for superior outcomes. I think my time is up, but let me quickly run through the benefits. We can see here: enhanced threat detection and response. It helps us build resilient cybersecurity posture when we have that synergy perfect. It has helped organizations also improve their decision making, helps them carry out proactive threat hunting and automation of routine tasks. Okay, so how do we harness this partnership? We need to upskill ourselves. A lot of AI literacy and assisted tools there, and also be able to define roles within the chain. So what are the skills for future cyber warriors? To develop understanding of AI and machine learning fundamentals, very important. Yeah, it's today when people use AI to write code, most software developers now leverage AI, write code. But if you do not even know how to code before, it's going to be difficult. You might write a code that will expose the organization or even create bugs within the application. So as much as possible, if you want to leverage AI, have an understanding of the fundamentals of both AI and machine learning, so that you fine-tune whatever area of AI you want to use. Okay, so I think let me just go to the last slide. AI may detect threats in milliseconds, but it takes human wisdom to decide what matters. And this is the core of what we've been discussing. Yeah, like even though AI has a lot of advantages, yeah, we can leverage that advantage. We can make it more superior when we add human intelligence, when we add some kind of intuition and context to make it more effective. So, in closing thoughts, AI is indispensable for speed, precision, and proactivity in incident response. However, AI is not standalone solution. It's not a standalone solution. The human element remains critical for context, for creativity, for adaptability. And like I said earlier, we need to have a collaborative frontier if we want to leverage this to if we want to make sure that it works very well for us wherever we want to use AI, especially within cybersecurity. It has to be a collaborative approach where the human side is also very important, so we don't make costly decisions. Thank you. Open for questions.
Thank you so much, Mr. Obiora. That was a very educative session. We'll be taking just 2 questions as we proceed to the other part of the program. Questions for Mr. Obiora? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. My name is Roy Matt. You made mention that you said some organizations are already compromised and they don't know. So let's say I just got an employment in an organization and I want to know, like, have they been compromised before? What are the things that I need to put in place to find out that these organizations have been compromised, and what are the things that I need to do to make them secured? Number 2 is, what is the major security tools that can be used to protect an organization?
Okay, very interesting question. In cybersecurity, especially when you're managing an organization, there are several domains that you need to channel your protection, and you also need to do it looking at what is important to the organization. So what is important to a bank might not be important to a telco, might not be important to a fintech, might not be important to a hospital. You understand? So, and it's been made easy where you can look at them in compartments: data security, network security, cloud security, application security. So in each of those domains, there are tools that are required to secure them, endpoint security and all that. So when you map out those things and look out for what are the critical assets for that organization, then it now helps you address their cybersecurity problem. You understand? So if their core is data, like for a hospital, for a health institution, you know, the privacy, the protection of the data that they keep is the core of their. You don't want to get to the hospital one day, they put your name and someone else medical record is coming up, or they cannot even see your medical record. So those are some of the things. So if it's data that is core for that organization, you know that whatever security tools, whatever security initiative you are building for that organization should be focused on data. You understand? Then to know if the organization has been, you won't use Juju now. You still use security tools. Yeah. There was an interview that I went for one day that I now told them that, please, hope you guys have budget for security. That I don't want to come and use my hand and be looking for my way. You understand? Yeah. So if the organization is also investing in security tools, there are a number of tools that you can also implement that helps you with visibility across the entire ecosystem. Yeah, from the SIEM to endpoint security, EDR, and all that. There are a whole lot of tools here. Yeah. It's a general question. That's why I gave you a general answer. If we talk about a particular area, I can now talk about tools within that area. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Do we have the last question? As we proceed to taking our group pictures, just one more question. Anybody? Okay, in the absence of none, can we put our hands together as Mr. Obera moves back to his seat? Thank you so much, sir. So now we'll be proceeding to taking group pictures. We'll be taking group pictures. Then after that, we are going to have the quiz session. After that, we have our time bonding with our speakers. You have access to them to ask 1 or 2 personal questions. So we're starting with the speakers first. Sirs, please. It's time for the pictures. Photographer.
So buffet dey even dey na dey give me citrus.
Eh? Yeah. Let them lights.
Where can we make use of for taking pictures?
So we have the speakers in the front. Yes, yes. For pictures.
Yeah. This space is choked up, so we need to break it
Okay, some set of people, let's have a seat. Well, yeah, let's have all the speakers, Dr. Yemi, and the CISO and the... Yes, those who are the speakers should be seated. Yes, please, let's arrange chairs for them so others can now stand behind them so we can capture... yes, let's have our seats comfortably. Okay, everybody sitting at this area, we can actually come here first. Let's have the first row and the second row to join them also. So others also will join them consecutively. Sir, excuse me, sir. Ma, you can join, please. Yes, yes.
Everybody should just sit.
Sorry for... We know you are consuming the consumables already. We are sorry. Extra. This is just to tell your tummy that when you get home, you can do something. Okay, beautiful. We can say 16, we can say cheese, we can say CDN, we can make mention of places in Lagos, Oshodi. Okay. Next set, please. We can now join. Thank you.
shortly. The first 25 participants arrive today. We'll also be getting their gifts now. Your phone's out, the QR code is out. You can join using the QR code. You can join via the link. Over to you, Mr.
Okay, please, a round of applause for everybody seated here. Please clap for yourselves. You are awesome. Every one of you, you've been awesome. So we will be moving to the parts of quiz and then gifts. So I would want us to start with this. We are having 3 sections now. The gift for this is still a smartwatch and a flask from MTN. Okay, can I see the gift for the next session? Please don't say they didn't tell you or you were greeting somebody. Okay. Please don't make mistake this time. Please, a round of applause for those who are the pioneers of this gift. This is the gift you are having next if you do well in the quiz. You are having a Bluetooth speaker that will make a lot of sense. So, are we ready? Are we ready? I'm sure some people left that place to come and sit down at the middle to make sure they see properly. I'm going to count from 20 to 1 and then we start. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the quiz starts now. As we can see, David and Raimat are leading the chart. Okay, Raimat. Okay. Let's see how it goes. The way Raimat is answering our question, it's like speed of light. Okay. Okay. Adekon La Dominion. Okay. 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 Fei Kumi. Okay. Adekon La Dominion. Raimat, the way she's running. Okay. Yellow virus. Okay. Let's see. Raimat. Wow. Okay. In one, I wanna win. People came here today. Yellow virus. Okay. Yellow virus. Who is this person? I'm sure a lady cannot bear this name. It's one brother. Okay. Okay. So, yellow virus, Rhinemath. I just need one more person to finish and then we go to the next part. Emmanuel Ekundayo, Rhinemath. I wanna win. Okay. Okay. We're going to end the quiz now in 10 seconds. 10. Let's see who goes home with this wireless multimedia desktop audio. That you are seeing this does not mean this is it. Oh. Well, it happened to the game. Yellow virus. Well, I will see you when you come outside. Maybe you are yellow. I let the person come. That's why we are here. We will use the defensive mechanism to. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Let's see our results. The way Jammed released one result twice. Okay. Third position. A round of applause for Yellow Virus. Please, a round of applause for Yellow Virus. Okay. You know, in CDN, we are very, very careful. I'm not sure it's going to go home. There will be one approval before it can go home with this Bluetooth speaker. And that approval will come from Dr. Yemi. Don't worry. You come. Because I don't know how you win smartwatch, win the Momo flask. Now, the Bluetooth speaker that somebody, I'm sure Rhinemath was following you back to back. She will win the next one. Sir, with your approval, should we give?
All right. Wow. Interesting. I think this is not going to be acceptable. Reason why is that we all know you as the first name. So now, same person is now. So I think what it deserves, please put your hands together for him. It deserves a handshake. Congratulations. Good job. Okay? Yes. So for the decision of who is going to get this, and I'm going to give it to Mrs. Elizabeth to use her discretion on who is already there. Okay, you have the second person. All right, she will be the one to present the gift to Emmanuel Ekundayo. All right, please go on.
Please, a round of applause for Yellow Virus. You can't tackle our gift and go like that. Let another person, don't be selfish, eh? Please, a round of applause for that guy. He's awesome. He's good. Thumbs up. We'll see you at the top. We'll meet at the top. Eh? Okay, I'm going to call on this person. The last quiz we had, this person also came up. Please, who is that person? Can you come up and please let's clap for the person, please. Wow. Good one. No, don't worry. The way you came out, you look like him. So, what do you do?
I am a cybersecurity student at Caleb. I'm currently doing my IT, networking, and certified ethical hacking. So, let's see where it comes.
You know, when you meet Gen Z with tech and cybersecurity, you know, so that's awesome. Please, our assistant representative, I don't know your name anymore. So, but please present this to Mama Sishan here.
Okay, Mr. Emmanuel Yakunda, you're right. Yes. This is on behalf of CDN, sorry. Please, let's clap for him. And let's have Dr. Adeni. He's your student, right? Good. Do we have any other Caleb students here? Caleb, if you are from Caleb University, please, let's give that privilege.
If you are Caleb from
Caleb University, wow. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Awesome. That's a good one. I'm sure sometimes maybe your parents were praying or you prayed before coming. Do you know, luckily we can just give it to yellow virus. Do you know? So God will help us. The next thing I want to do is this. I'm going to come from the aspect where we'll have a male and a female. If you are confident enough, come outside. I'll do that again. I need a male and a female. If you are confident that no sir. Oh, it is you. He is going outside. Come. No, sit down, sir. Don't worry. Please, a round of applause for him. The guy with the beards. Yes. Ma, come outside. Wow. All the young ladies here, nobody came out. Well, she will represent you guys. I'm going to ask you people a very big question. And I want you to answer. Ma, please, I need 2 flags to be given to these people. Just 2 flags to be given to these people. The first question, Ma, what is the full meaning of CDN? No talking. When you talk, she's disqualified. Cyber Defender Network. Please, a round of applause for her. You have your gift already. Just don't worry, ma. Caleb people. Okay, sir. The first AI came out what year? Oh, yeah. Okay, when?
1965.
1965, or it is 1965? You know, pronunciation has a tone. Yes. 1965. 1965. Is it right? Somebody said it here during the Mr. Obi. It's not Mr. Obi, alright. It is Dr. Sampson. What's the correct answer? 1966. A round of applause for him. So, what should I do? I'll give you one more question. Give me 4 generative AI.
Generative. ChatGPT, Grok, DeepSeek, Meta.
Don't clap yet, oh. Is Meta generative AI?
Yes.
What did you say? I love the way you people talk. You said Gamma. Did you say Llama, right? Did you say Llama? Meta is the name of an organization. You change. That was the last. Sorry. That guy that answered the question, come. Please, a round of applause for him as he goes and sits. I'm not giving you. Sorry. Take ma. Thank you very much. Take. I'm going to do one more of this, and I'm going to call anybody from the audience to answer this question. You have a book by Dr. Yemi Ademoloye. Anyone that can answer the question, you can come outside. See gift. See people. See question. Please, for that brother that came out, please, can you help me give him one book? Internet and I. Yes, please, a round of applause for him. He really tried for coming out. Yes. One more question. One more question. Anybody that answers, then we can go on with everything. Mr. Obiora presented something. ChatGPT 5. No, is it Mr. Obiora? It's the doctor, Dr. Sampson. Can you tell me the new features of ChatGPT 5? Anybody? You have a flax by MTN. Okay, come. Yeah. Please, a round of applause for him the way he steps out. Thank you. Confidence can earn you anything in this life.
Okay. The features are, it is more faster in operation, its versatility is more better than the other ChatGPT, and it saves time in use, it saves time.
A round of applause to this brother. Please help me with a flax from MTN. That's awesome. It helps in generating patterns. It helps in deep learning and machine learning. Thank you very much. Hold it like a Ballon d'Or, so they should stand. Okay, thank you very much. Now, for the first 25 people that came into this building today, we really appreciate you. We are going to be handing every one of you a book from Dr. Yemi. Please, can we get books from the first 25 people? Okay, please, let's give it to them. Thank you very much. It seems that's where I'm going to stop. A round of applause for everybody. Good one.
On CDM. Okay, we'll be rounding it up here. I want to say thank you to everybody for coming. Your presence is well appreciated. If you are not yet on the Cyber Defenders Network, please kindly scan the QR code. It will automatically take you there. We'll be rounding up now. We want to say a big thank you on behalf of Dr. Yemi Ademoloye. We say thank you for coming. Thank you for making this a success. Your presence means a whole lot to us. Join our platform. Let us grow together. Cyber Defenders is not just a regular WhatsApp group. It is a platform put together for us to learn, to connect, and to grow in the industry. The opportunities there are endless. They are endless. So it is the right place for us all to be. One more time, I say thank you, and thank you. See you again next time on our platform. God bless you.